Hello, my name's Ms Lockett. I'm the head teacher of Alleyne's Academy. We're really looking forward to you coming to Alleyne's in September, and I'm really sad that you haven't had more time to visit the school this term. However, we will make sure that in September you feel safe and secure and you can embark on a really exciting programme of learning at Alleyne's. Mr Bailey now is going to give you a virtual tour of the school, but if you've got any questions, please contact us. No problem, and we'll get back to you as soon as we possibly can. Thank you.
Welcome everybody to Alleyne's Academy. As you will see from this first video, this is one of the access points to the school. This is what we call the front entrance, which is on Alton Road. So some of you may be accessing this road or the other road, which I'll show you in the next video. You will come up or down this street and you can enter through these gates. Just be aware that the pedestrian access to the right is what you need to use. Parents and carers, if you're dropping off your child at the front, just be conscientious of the yellow lines in front of the school, as we need to keep these clear for safety. So you may have to park up just a little bit further down or further up from the front entrance. As you make your way through the front entrance, just make sure you use the pedestrian access. It just makes things a little bit safer for you, as there might still be vehicles accessing the front in the morning or at the end of the day. So as you make your way down the drive, you can see in front of you there is a few car parking spaces which visitors use who come to the school. As a student, you need to make your way to the right hand side. As you'll see, the playing fields. Students, when the weather is nice, do access those playing fields during the summer in the morning. You can sit on there with your friends and meet up with them before school. Now we're coming to the gate, which is the student entrance. This gate will normally be unlocked, so you can enter through there in the morning and make your way into the main school. Accessing the school reception is done through this drive straight ahead. You'll recognise this before from the previous video. That's the student's entrance to the right, and as you'll see in front of you, there is a few car parking spaces for visitors to use. So if you make your way down this drive, either parking up or by foot, just be careful if you are going down by foot because of cars accessing this space. The front reception is straight ahead. You'll see a sign on the pillar as we come up to it. So you just aim for the steps and that will take you into the front reception. You can see that straight ahead. If you require disabled access, you can get to that via the ramp, which then takes you to the other side of the entrance, and there you can see the disabled access. Both doors will normally be locked, but the Becky, who you'll see on reception through those windows there, will allow you entrance into the foyer. Once you get through the school gates, you'll be into the main school. Again, on the right hand side is the playing fields. On the left hand side, this building is what we call the house block, where the majority of the maths and business lessons take place. And most importantly, at the bottom of the house block is where the canteen is, through those doors. You can access the canteen in the morning, and I'll show you more in the next video. But you can make your way around the side of the house block. Again, another set of doors to enter the canteen. On the right hand side is the English block, which is a set of mobiles where most of the English lessons are taught from. Carry on making your way around. At this point you can go left, there's an entrance to the left, or you can go right, which we'll do now. Again, opening more of the English rooms, you can see on the right hand side. Make your way up these stairs. To the right hand side is the Forester Centre, where technology and art are based. Straight ahead, the old building. This is where the sixth form are based. And then to the left is one of the main entrances that a lot of the students use throughout the day and that you will use in the morning, that takes you then into the main school and to the canteen if you wish to access that in the morning. As you come through the double doors, you will come to a corridor at the front of the school. To the right hand side, you will see straight ahead student inquiries, so the students can go to that hatch and speak to a member of the admin staff to return letters or attendance issues or any information that they may wish to acquire. To the left hand side there, you can see the double doors that lead into the front reception area, which you'll recognise from the previous video. If you need to speak to Becky on reception, you can knock on the door in front here and that will lead you into where Becky is based. To the left hand side of the corridor is another entrance to the house block. If you remember, it's where the maths and business lessons are based. As we go through, all the classrooms are situated up the stairs, and there's 2 levels. Down the stairs, that will lead you into the canteen area. For anybody needing disabled access to the canteen area, the lift is just to the right of the stairs. Now we come to the most important place in the school. As we go through these double doors, we enter into the canteen area. Newly refurbished last year with the extension. There's quite a big space for students to use. So as you come through the doors, on the right hand side there's a seating area, and just round the corner here there's access to hot food, snacks and different things that they have on offer. On the left hand side there are male toilets and a drinking fountain as well. If you wish to queue up for plated food, this is the main hatch here. So you queue up and get your food and drink at breaks and lunch times. Straight ahead is a no exit set of doors, that's just for fire exit only. There's a female toilet just through that archway. Again, quite a big space now that we've had refurbished since the extension, so there's plenty of room that's set up for students to access their lunch, and then you can see various doors that lead out onto the playing fields. As we make our way up the first flight of stairs in the house block, you can see on the right hand side where the access to the lift is, and that obviously is the same above on the next floor. On the left hand side, you can follow it round through these double doors. Immediately on the left you have some toilets. And if we keep going, on the right hand side you have a number of maths rooms. On the left hand side you've got a couple of smaller maths rooms that are used for one-to-one and small group tuition, and then these other rooms are used for business on the other side. Keep going to the end. Again, some more business rooms and disabled toilet access, and then female toilets can be found down the bottom end. The doors at the bottom are only for use during fire emergencies. If you carry on past the student hatch, around the corner, and take a left through the double doors, here you'll find the entrance for the medical room. So you may need to access this at some point, or you may need daily medication that you might need to visit the medical room, which is absolutely fine. Up the steps, onto the other corridor, then we come to the main school hall on the left hand side. So depending on what form you're in, you normally access the hall from the double doors that we've just passed, or the set at the front. So as we make our way past reception and up the corridor, another important place to be aware of is just to the left of 116. It's a computer room near the front of the school that you'll use regularly. To the right hand side here we have disabled access, so there's a lift there to use and that takes you up to the different floors. And also there's a disabled toilet access which we allow a select number of students to use, which we can give out medical cards to if you require easy access to toilets and you don't feel comfortable using the main toilets for the students. As you make your way up the corridor from 116, straight ahead is the entrance to the sixth form centre, the common room. To the left hand side is a corridor that leads into the science rooms. To the right is a set of stairs which takes you up to the second level. But just to the right here, quite an important station to bring your attention to. As everything at Alleyne's is a cashless system, this is where you can top up your credit for your break and lunch spends. You can do this by bringing money in. You get given a code which you put into the machine and then you can top up your account, or this can also be done wirelessly at home from parents or carers. Once at the top of the stairs, you can go straight ahead through the double doors which leads you into another part of the school. To the right is a staff room, so you may need to knock on there at some point if you're trying to locate a specific teacher, normally during breaks and lunch times. And to the left hand side there's a set of double doors which leads you down to the theatre. We sometimes use the theatre for performances or sometimes for assemblies if the hall isn't able to be accessed. On the left hand side before you reach the theatre is where the senior leadership team are based. So inside there you've got the head teacher, Ms Lockett. To the right hand side the deputy, Mr Tweets. and straight ahead, my office, Mr Bailey. We have an open door policy at Alleyne's, and we encourage students with any concerns whatsoever that they could come and see us at any time in the day, and one of the senior leadership team will happily see them. Back down towards the theatre now. As I said, most of your assemblies will take place in the school hall. The main reason for that is the size of the year groups. We struggle to fit the size of year groups into the theatre now. But you may use the theatre as part of your drama studies, or sometimes we break the year groups into a couple of halves if we do any PSHE based activities, we have any visitors or speakers in. A lovely space for us to use. Here at Alleyne's we have a fantastic resource called the Hub. Now the Hub is an area where students can access it during breaks, lunch times, even before and after school, and it's staffed by the learning support team. To access the Hub, you have to make your way through the double doors into the sixth form silent area. And keep going. And these doors then lead into the Hub area. So in the Hub area, there's lots of things for you to do. There's computers for you to access. It's a lovely, vibrant and bright area. It's currently just set up for exams at the moment. There's lots of seating for you to sit with your friends, lots of resources, books, games to play. If we carry on further down, you can see we've got a chat room, which is a space that we use for mentoring. And then through that door there is a separate sensory room, as well as the teaching assistant's office. If you need any support from the teaching assistants, you're more than welcome to knock on and ask for help. During the breaks and lunch times, this area will be staffed by the learning support team, so the students do have members of staff to speak to for ask for support. You'll often find students doing homework or having mentoring or meeting their buddies. I'll just take you to the window. This space just overlooks the Forester area and the back of the school where Airedale Road is. If you make your way towards the right hand side, you'll head up towards the Forester Centre, which is straight ahead. On the right hand side is the last of the English mobiles. Now straight up, you'll see the outside of the Hub, which is a learning support centre. The Forester Centre is quite a significant space for the Year 9s in September. In there is Year 9 access only outside of lessons, so at break and lunchtime there are some male and female toilets that you can use, disabled access toilets as well, just for Year 9s only, so you've got your own space to use where you won't have any of the older students in there. To the left, if we walk under the Learning Support Centre, this then brings us out onto the yard. Again, this is for Year 9 use only, so it gives you your own space at break and lunch times if you wish to before school as well, to spend time with your friends. This will be staffed by lunchtime and break time supervisors throughout the day. To the left, this then leads back into the main school straight ahead. Or to the right, this takes us down to the science corridor. Now we're at the rear entrance. As you will notice, this is Airedale Road. The significance of the rear entrance is this is where the buses will be dropping off in the morning and collecting at the end of the day. You can drop and collect your child off before and after school. Just be conscientious that you park a little bit further down the street or further up the street just because of the buses. Once the children access through the gates, they can make their way along into the main school. To the left hand side is the back of the Forester Centre where the design technology rooms are, and to the right hand side is the yard that they may want to meet their friends in the morning. There are some tables and chairs and things where they can sit and chat. On the students' timetable, they'll have PE or games at some point. To access the facilities over the road, they need to exit the school via the front entrance on Alton Road, make the way safely up Alton Road, taking care to cross over when it is safe to do so. The majority of the school's facilities for the sports are based over at the Alleyne Sports Centre. The students make their way down the drive. You can see there the sports all straight ahead, straight down to the left of the drive, and then the entrance is to the right hand side that go into the changing rooms. Another member of staff that is really important for your time here at Alleyne's and someone you'll get to know really well is Mr Wally, Head of Progress and Support. Let's just see if Mr Wally's in his office at the moment. Hello Mr Wally.
Hi guys, my name is Mr Wally and I'm a maths teacher, and when you join Alleyne's in September I will be your head of year or head of progress and support. That means that if you have any problems, any issues, I'll be the man to see, and I'll try my very, very best to help you out. I'll also be in charge of making sure that we're on track with our progress academically. So I'll be keeping an eye on our results, on what the teachers are saying, and really just making sure that everything's absolutely perfect with our year group. So I'm really looking forward to meet you. A few top tips I thought I'd share with you about what I'll be looking for, or what all teachers are looking for really. So when you join and you want to make a great impression, I think it's really important if you're polite and friendly, okay? In addition, something that I love talking about in assemblies, I'll talk about it in year 9, year 10 and year 11 because it's so important, is always trying your best. If you want to make a good impression, I think putting in excellent effort in all your lessons will stand you in really good stead. I think it's so important because everybody can control this. So if you're not amazing at, say, maths or English, but you try best, your teacher will always be pleased, I'll always be pleased. And after every lesson, you'll be able to hold your head up high and consider a job really well done. You know that you're putting your best possible effort in. Okay, I think that's about enough from me. As I say, I'm really looking forward to meeting you all, and I will see you in September. Okay, thank you very much.
My name is Mr Bailey and I'm the SENDCo at Alleyne's Academy. I'm so sorry we didn't get a chance to meet you all face to face during the summer term, but I really hope you found the virtual tour useful. We've tried our best throughout the tour to answer as many commonly asked questions as possible, but if there are any questions that you still want to ask or any concerns that you want to raise, please get in touch with us and we will get back to you as soon as possible.